Well, joining me now is a young man looking to further enhance his capabilities as a trainer and driver in this very tough industry. He's also an outstanding young farrier, and from all reports, his cousins, Cameron and Ashley Hart, give him a very high rating as far as being a chef is concerned. So I thought I'd catch up with Chris Judd to find out what his specialty is. Well, Chris, both Cameron and Ashley have said they're very delighted at the fact that you live with them, because while they're away and come home, you've got the dinner prepared. What's the go-to dish?
Nothing in particular too much, Mick. I try to keep to Mum's recipes a little bit. I've sort of learned everything off her, so yeah, a bit of spag bowl or something like that, but I keep it pretty basic.
Well, they're certainly thankful of the fact that you're living there, keeping the pressure off them. As I said, a promising young trainer driver, you're into the early stage of that particular part of your career. Are you looking to further enhance and get bigger numbers here as far as training at Menangle?
Yeah, just sort of playing by ear a little bit, sort of pretty busy shoeing at the moment, so just sort of keep yourself to a couple, but yeah, for maybe down the track, might try and get a few more and build the team up a little bit.
Yeah, as you mentioned, the shirt there says it all, Chris Judd Farrier. How'd you get involved in that business?
I sort of done a little bit with Dad when I was younger, and Mum and Dad have a produce store at home, and had a few customers sort of coming in asking for the horses to be trimmed and things, so I started doing that a bit through them, and sort of turned into a bit of a side business while still at home working, and yeah, eventually ended up turning into a full-time work here the last 12 months.
Well, while you're here doing a bit of training and driving, you're also getting that message out that you are available to help out as far as being a farrier is concerned.
Yeah, always sort of willing to take on more work. There's always sort of horses around to shoe, but yeah, always willing to take on more.
You used to do a bit of work with Garrett Newton.
Yeah, still work a few days a week with Garrett. He's been really good since I moved here. He's had a lot of big barns behind him, and yeah, now I've sort of learned a lot off him, and yeah, can't thank him enough.
Chris, like most of the youngsters that have come through the ranks, you start out with the mini trots, and your father Terry was the president of that particular association for many years.
Yeah, I've got 3 siblings as well, and we all sort of come up through the mini trots and done that from age 5 sort of thing right through till 16, and sort of took the next step then into the big ones after that. 2013,
you won the Ponies Miracle Mile with a horse called Whispering Gypsy. That must have been a great thrill.
Yeah, it was. Big crowd here on Miracle Mile Day, and like at the time when you're only a kid, it's sort of great to be able to drive in front of the big crowds, and yeah, no, it was a good step to be able to go into the big ones after that.
What's your thoughts on, or your memories on driving your first winner, exclusive Jacket Wagga?
Yeah, I actually we were sitting in the living room a couple of weeks ago, and we decided to put on our first winners there a while ago, and yeah, the whip rules were a little bit different back then, so yeah, I was a bit of ashamed of myself there, but no, it was good. He was a nice old horse that Trevor White, my uncle, trained, and yeah, it was good to be able to get my first win for Trev too.
You also have fond memories of the 2018 Rising Star Series.
Yeah, it was a good week. Yeah, made some lifelong mates and that from that week, and yeah, it was good to have Cameron on there as well, sort of be able to share that together, and yeah, it was a good week.
Where'd you finish in that?
I ran 3rd overall. Ended up driving the winner on the final day here on Breeders' Challenge Day, which was a real good thrill. So yeah, pretty lucky to be able to drive a good horse, the Bachelor, on that day.
Matty Young won that particular series, and cousin Cameron split the both of you.
Yeah, I was sort of down to them two coming into the last race, and I ended up sneaking into 3rd there. But yeah, Maddie ended up beating Cameron home, and she ended up winning the series after that.
Hey, your mother Joanne's been a wonderful contributor to harness racing. 25 years as the secretary of the Journey Harness Racing Club.
Yeah, she's done a terrific job there. She doesn't get the credit she deserves, really, and she'd probably hate me saying this, but nah, she's put her heart and soul into that club for the last 25 plus years, and yeah, no, she does the best there at Journey, and yeah, they get the results there on the Cup night. They usually have a fairly big crowd, so it's good that she gets rewarded for it.
It's all well and good for us to race at this magnificent complex here at Club Menangle, all those country clubs. A lot of them do it tough throughout the course of the year, but they are the backbone of the industry.
Yeah, no, it's good, the country racing. Like every club sort of gets their cup meetings now, and you know, the crowds usually come out, and it's great racing. Usually put on a bit more prize money, and yeah, it's really good racing, the country cup racing.
Chris, as your career has unfolded, you spent some time with James Rattray. Now that would have certainly been an invaluable experience.
Yeah, no, it was good. I learned a lot off James. It was very good to learn off him. He's been to America and whatnot, and a bit of a different training style probably to what I was used to at home, but he's probably a bit more American based. But yeah, I learned a lot off James, and he does a very good job with his team, and so yeah, it was very good, very handy to be able to spend some time there with him as well.
Chris, great to catch up with you, but with the name of Chris Judd, certainly there's another famous Chris Judd in the AFL world. Did you ever get mixed up?
Not really, no. In New South Wales, AFL's not really that big, but usually get it a little bit at Albury. They're a bit more AFL based down on the Victorian border there, so usually once or twice in the marshalling yard you might get someone yell out something a bit smart, but yeah, not really. I don't look anything like him, so.
Well, I think the champion, Chris Judd, as far as AFL's concerned, might have you for height too.
Yeah, he's got me covered. I think he'd kick a ball a lot further than I would too.
I bet you can't shoe a horse. Chris, it's great to catch up with you, and hopefully as your career unfolds, we can talk about winning races here at Club and Angle.
Thanks, Mick.